Good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a POV knife crib tour January 2022 edition. No fancy cameras, we do have the fancy light, but I'm just going to be holding on to my phone and I'm going to take you through what knives are currently on my collection, what cutting board am I using, as well as maybe a behind the scenes of what my video setup looks like. Now this isn't a promotion, but I want to show you, this is one of my favorite knife shop shirts right now. This is the Kintaro logo from Cook's Edge. So if you like this shirt, I'll put a link in the description below. I bought this, but again, just showing you because I think it's freaking awesome. Also, if you like what you see on the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get to it POV style. Alright, so let's start with the cutting board. So I'm currently using this beautiful Beau Grain walnut end grain cutting board. I use this fall winter and I switched to the large wood cutting board once spring arrives. On the his and hers knife block, actually let's start with Becca's side. So on the his and hers knife block, what we have is Becca absolutely in love with this 165mm Fuku Sentoku. It's Aogami Super stainless steel clad. And her latest addition, which she absolutely loved, it has a super awesome name. Guys, this is Baby K. This is a Takeda 87mm, also Aogami Super stainless clad. And then on my side, what I've been using for weeks and can't get enough, we have this gorgeous Hakata 182mm, and this one is from Yoshikane or Yamamoto-san. And then of course, because I fixed the tip in that video, if you haven't seen the video, I'll put a link right here. But essentially fixed the tip on my favorite knife of the collection, the Fujiwara Denka 210mm Kyoto. Now, before we look at this knife rack, or this pomelo, or this mango, I want to show you the new knife drawer. So the new knife drawer, or the old knife drawer, used to be right there underneath the cutting board, but now it is here thanks to Becca's reorganization skills. So this has an array of things, but you know, let's get started maybe bottom left. So this is the brand new handle that Josh from Let's Handle This made for my Tinker Tank. I'll be doing a video on that probably this weekend. I have a few spare handles that I keep, like that's the one from the Fujiwara, some Saya pins. On the right side, we have some finger stones, my Otoma 140, other shafting glass stones underneath, stone holders, the German knife that I used to like hack through frozen stuff or cut chocolate, this hard drive which is broken, that's also in a video which I'll put in the link here, but basically I use it for my Japanese natural stone as a stone holder. Fantastic idea that Lubo told me about. My little squirty bottle, a bunch of tea towels. I got, what's in here? Ooh, these are Maboroshi plating chopsticks, which I don't use often because my scales absolutely suck with it. But here they are. Gorgeous Christmas gift, I think, December 2020 from Becca. Then we have my favorite tea towel that I bought mainly for photography purposes. This beautiful knife roll from West Japan Tools and Shibata-san. Peelers, just an assortment of things. This is a knife bag that I use camping. This I use daily. It has some flaxseed oil and a towel that I use to basically just keep all my pans seasoned. Some magazine paper for that paper test, and then underneath I got a bag of stickers as well as all my sayas and this camellia oil, for the highly reactive carbon steel knives that I have, like the Shirogami 1s and 2s mainly. Now, for one of my favorite corners in the house, this is of course a knife rack complete with beautiful sayas. Most of you are probably going mad right now being like, he's got amazing knives, why are they in sayas? Look, I just think this knife rack looks really amazing, especially with the sayas. Most of them are custom except one. The one that isn't custom is this Denka Nohoto 150mm petty with the red Uroshi handle and saya. That's straight from the Teruyasu Fujiwara shop. That custom saya and that custom saya is from Casey at Lynn Valley Forge. And the latest custom saya, this one right here on the River Jump, that one is from Steven at Black Lamb Blades, Black Lamb Blades. Now, a lot of people are probably going even crazier seeing the fact that a River Jump is in a saya. I know a lot of you want a knife review on this Tsukasa Hinura River Jump, and I promise you in 2022 I will put out a knife review on the Tsukasa Hinura River Jump Sentoku in my collection. Let's go take a look at the knife wall. Alright, lots going on the knife wall. I'm just going to kind of slowly pan up so you can see also the accessories that are hanging from some of the shelves on the knife wall. So on the left we have the honing rod, we have a leather strap, we have our aprons, multiple aprons, beautiful stickers from people that I support. And then up here we have leather strap, we have some Japanese natural stones, a little replica Japanese samurai armor, we have the shark skin wasabi grater. And then all the way to the right, we have the beautiful Shindo Funiyuki, which has been absolutely amazing to use. Such a fun knife, super ultra thin. This is another one of my favorites, a 220mm Gyuto. 100% the best food release knife in the house. No questions asked, best food release. Moving on to the left, we have this absolutely gorgeous 210mm Shark Tooth. It has such a deep and cool tsuchimi pattern. And then trigger warning, one of my favorite knives right here on this particular bar, this Honesuki or Honsuke, right? Some people have been really mean lately, letting me know how to properly enunciate the name of that knife. Some people have been kinder, but let me tell you something. The next time I go to Japan, I highly doubt that Shibata-san won't want to hang out with me because I might say Honesuki instead of Honsuke. I speak 3 languages, I don't speak them all perfectly, and I'm not going to stop speaking them because I don't speak them properly. Typically, the people that are butthurt by things like me saying Honesuki instead of Honsuke are people that aren't actually part of the culture or that language isn't their native language. And trust me, to the Japanese, it's not disrespectful. I've toured with so many Japanese bands in Japan, and yeah, so I'm gonna keep trying to say it properly, as you say, Honsuke, but if I say Honesuki and it really bothers you, then I'm sorry, but this might not be the place for you. On another note, before I end my rant, I should say that a lot of people come to me sometimes and say things like spaghetti or noodles when they want to talk about pasta. As an Italian, I think it's funny. Sure, maybe I'll let them know that if they go to Italy and say something like spaghetti, the waiter might not be completely enthused, but he'll still serve them. So the people that this typically hurts, again, it's just nonsense. So yeah, that's my favorite, Honesuki. All right, and rant. Moving on to another knife bar. This one is absolutely gorgeous. One of my second favorite places in the house because it has some of the longer knives other than this Masukani Nakiri. Of course, my favorite knife of 2021 right there, the gorgeous 240mm Takemura Uchidomo Nohana Gyuto. Look at how cool that handle is. Now we're going to move down one bar. This one has some nice diversity of steels in the first half. We have Shirogami 2, we have Blue Steel number 2, we have R2, and then actually all of these are VG10. Right away, fun fact, this is the first Japanese kitchen knife I ever had. And fun fact number 2, this is the first handmade fine Japanese kitchen knife that I received or that I purchased after I got rid of all my shuns other than the first. And lastly, moving on to Becca's knife bar, other than the fact that of course I got my Tinker Tank, and this is my Kotetsu Petty. Yeah, it is my Kotetsu Petty. So actually it's half hers, half mine. It is her bar, which she purchased. We have her 210 Type 2 Gyuto Kotetsu. We have of course the Denken Nikiri, the Tinker Tank, another Kotetsu Petty. Actually this is a Type 3, not a Type 2. And then we have her Ulu. And now let's just quickly go behind me and I'll show you what my video setup looks like. Alright, so I thought this could be fun to show you a little behind the scenes setup. So now I got the light for nice lighting, but essentially there's the kitchen, there's the camera, and right across next to the knife wall, I would open this door underneath the stairs, and I try to keep everything organized. So I have this awesome board that I got at Costco to keep everything organized. I got the tripod there with the ball head always ready to go. And then here in this corner, the acoustics are going to be very different now that I'm inside. I have my mic, in this case here. I have my little aperture RGB lights, in this case here. Then we have some assortment of ball heads and screws, magnifying glasses, magnifying loupe I should say, my audio cable, a few like tripod, attachment arms, magic arms. Up here we have a reflector. We have the clamp for the mic stand, and for the mic stand, I kind of screwed that right next to this panel. Nice and safe, right? Well guys, that's it. That was kind of my little knife crib tour January 2022 edition. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite knife or even favorite piece that I've shown you in this little tour. Maybe I'll do these every few months so you can see how the knives are changing around on the knife blocks, on the stands and whatnot. Until then, see you next time.